I'm Mike Porter with East Coast Yacht Sales, and I'm on board AUK VI, a 1991 Hunt 60. This is a really unique boat with a ton of great pedigree. All right, here we are on the dock, taking a look at AUK VI. It's quite a breezy day here in Portsmouth, Rhode Island. So, rocking and rolling a bit at the Hinckley Yard here. We'll be able to get a good look here. As I mentioned, she's in really great condition. A lot of recent paint work. Almost the entire boat has been repainted over the last 10 years, piece by piece here. You get a look at the dinghy mounted on the aft deck. We'll just hop up into the boat here. We'll head to the interior first. Coming inside from starboard, we've got the two varnish teak sliding doors here, port and starboard, for easy access to these big wide side decks. Coming in here to the helm, right to the pilot house. Really nice sight lines from down here. Kind of a good interior command center. So we've got the two-seater co-pilot helm seat, the helm chair, and then we've got a nice pull-out helm seat here, or helm stool, I guess you could call it. See, she's got about 3,900 hours on her engines. Take a peek in the engine room, of course, as part of our tour. And here we've got the main salon. Really awesome open area here, tons of storage. LG flat screen TV and a bunch of AV equipment. So we've got DVD player, VHS, really everything that you would have had over the last, since 1992 when the boat was launched. Got our rare tan ice maker here. And this edge of the table drops down. These stairs go up to the boat deck, and then you've got stairs right here up to the flybridge, which is right above us, of course. And we'll head down into the aft cabin. So this is the master on board here. Got the side-by-side oversized twin berths. Just a really crisp, clean boat. All of this was white interior, was painted recently. Looks really great. Beautiful Herreshoff interior. And we'll head into the master head here. Of course, with its own stall shower. Really big shower here. A lot of storage. Plenty of dry storage for towels and whatnot. Got a L desk there in the corner. Another one here, his and hers. Desks back here in the master. And before we head forward, we do have the private access to the aft cockpit here. You can see out the window. We've got some seating out there and two seats port and starboard. So we'll just take a look at that from the outside. And one of my favorite features on the boat, the dumbwaiter. Really awesome elevator here. Put your meal in there and just send it right up to the fly bridge. Very cool. And I forgot to show you the breaker panels here. Really good looking modern setup. See all the air conditioners there, 110. AC side, and then over here the DC side. And we've got a wet locker here. Obviously our starboard side access door. And down below and forward, we've got our galley to starboard. This forward arrangement is really what the owner had on his previous Alden, and he wanted to replicate that in this boat. So really this arrangement is exactly how he wanted it from his previous vessel. We've got a Force 10 propane 4-burner stove with the oven, big large basin, stainless steel sink here, hot and cold pressure water. We've got our microwave oven, a lot of storage in here, above and below counter. And then up here, inboard, we've got some custom wine glass storage, dry locker. And refrigeration wise, we've got the Grunnert holding plate, fridges. Here's our main fridge, freezer, and then in the deck here, more cooling. And to port, we've got our first guest cabin with the twin berths. Ton of room in here, really nice, bright, light and airy. Cedar lined hanging locker. All of the hanging lockers on the boat are cedar lined. And then this has its own full ensuite head with stall shower. And this also has dayhead access here. So if your couple's cruising, have guests on board, you can just have access to the head from the companionway. And moving all the way forward, we have our third cabin, second guest cabin. Nice big settee here, which of course converts. The current owners use this for their captain. This is where their captain stays. And this has its own ensuite head. It is a wet head, but really nice to have that access there. And then outboard here, we've got the sink. There's a ton of storage in this room also. And then access to the anchor locker there forward. Really nice arrangement here with the aft cabin. Your guests can be almost completely separate from you. It's kind of like a catamaran. You've got your guests up forward here, owner's stateroom back aft, and you meet in the common areas in the middle. Everyone can kind of have their own space. And we'll make our way down into the mechanical room. So here in the what we call the generator room, we've got almost a brand new Northern Lights genset. This has 300 hours on it, give or take. Looking really good in here. This was installed new in 2021. And got our tank tender there for water tanks, fuel tanks, tool storage here, battery switches, fire suppression, one thing that really impressed me was the size of this door. You get it unlatched here. Take a look at that size of the insulation here for your mechanical space. And this is just to the generator room. We have a whole nother door and bulkhead separating to the actual engine room. So you can see this closes really nicely. And then we've got a great workbench here, chargers, whatnot, and on the other side we've got access to a lot of our electrical connections, as is typical of a lot of Lyman Morse builds. Clothes washer and dryer here, working extraordinarily well, original to the boat. And then there's our other bulkhead into the actual engine room. Take a look at these big cats here. These are the 540 horse, turbocharged, after-cooled. This engine room is in extraordinary condition. We look at the bilges here and everything looks really awesome. The captain has been with this family for 50 years, 50, and it's no surprise why they've kept him around and why he's hung with them. We've got the dripless PSF, this one's a little easier to see, dripless PSS shaft seals there. Could spend all day down here. You do have full head height down here. I'll turn the camera around so you guys can see it. Even if I were a few inches taller, which would be nice, I would still be able to stand up down here. And water heater, really nice access outboard here to get at any and every single system and part of these engines. We've got oil change pumps and manifolds. Just a really easy boat to work on. Head on deck here. Show you the exterior. Bright work, paint work is all top notch. Looks very, very nice. Here we've got our two Bruce anchors, one windlass, and our foot pedals there. Fresh and salt water washdowns. This boat is a stunner. Absolutely gorgeous. Really well thought out. They did an excellent job with building the boat to the owner's wishes. We've got a Novarania inflatable here with the 4-stroke Honda outboard. This is that access to, you can see down below straight into the salon. So you're coming up for a cocktail, it's just right up here, right around the corner, up into the flybridge. So even if there's bad weather out and you want to drive the boat from up here, pretty easy to do. You won't stay completely dry if it's raining, but just a quick in and out to get up here to the flybridge from the interior helm. And I'll give you a quick 360 here around so you can take a look at this beautiful isinglass and paint work. And you look at these boats in really extraordinary condition considering her age. And we'll take a look here at the helm. This is where the dumbwaiter comes out, right there. Of course, you can also send stuff the other direction. No empty plates, cups, bowls, and tools. We've got our Raymond C120 chart plotter, all your engine gauges, and your tri-data, autopilot. Of course, have the compass here. And this center panel unzips for some ventilation. And you also have the two side panels that'll give you some breeze up here. Nice big L-shaped settee to port. Really awesome. Try to get you a view here of the whole layout. Love the easy to access binocular storage. I mean, the boat's really well thought out. So coming here into the aft cockpit, we've got the two aft facing seats, and that's the access to the owner's cabin right here. Really cool to have this private access here. Come out with a cup of coffee in the morning or a glass of wine in the evening. Very private. And sit out here. We've got great storage. There's your propane locker. As you can see, the paintwork is pretty extraordinary. We've done a great job here. And there's some of his paint supplies. There's a lazarette access right here. And then I'll take you onto the swim platform. Take a peek at this. So I just went in and out of this transom access door. This is really nice to have. You saw me climb the boarding ladder there on the port side. If you don't have that, we do have the Mar-equipped sort of floating articulating stairs that attach here. So you can get on and off the boat from really any floating dock or fixed dock, and those stairs have wheels on them and will move with the boat. You can do that, or obviously access here onto the swim platform through the transom access door. And here's your really positive fold down swim ladder with the teak non-skid steps. Kind of give you a view of the boat here from aft. AUK VI cruises at around 17 knots, tops out at 21 knots. And the captain reports that whatever RPMs you're going, that's about the speed that you get. So if you're at 1700 RPMs, you're doing 17 knots and you're burning 17 gallons an hour. And that's a straight run throughout the fuel curve of the boat, which makes it easy for me to remember. And since he's been running the boat for as long as he has, I can't imagine anything different. Really classic look, classic lines. Amazing job by Ray Hunt and John Alden, along with Lyman Morse, designing the hull and superstructure, which were Hunt, interior by Alden, and Lyman Morse kind of put everything all together.